Hey y'all, Scott Wood again, coming at you live, well, live for me, from Salem, Oregon. This is High Five for part-timers. This is a video blog specifically designed for part-time church workers, youth workers, worship people, probably specifically youth workers, but if you're doing part-time ministry, this is for you. My name is Scott Wood. I am the youth pastor at Calvary Baptist Church here in Salem. I am also a full-time custodian at Corbin University here in Salem. And I've been coming at you now. This is my third week. Can you imagine? 3 weeks I've been doing this. I've been coming at you with some tips. We went from 4 views to 16 views, and I just want to thank you. I know 16 doesn't sound like much in YouTube land, but for me it's huge. I just want to encourage you to continue to tune in every week. And if you know someone that's doing what I do or is thinking about it or whatever, please put this in their hands. Give them the link, whatever, and help them out with that so we can encourage them as well as in their journey. Okay, so this week's topic for 5 points is 5 reasons to stay. If you do ministry, let alone part-time ministry, for any amount of time, it's really tempting to bug out. It's really tempting to go. And I just want to encourage you with 5 reasons to stay, to stick where you're at until God calls you out, and not because the going's really hard, okay? I can tell you stories. So, anyway, so point number 1 is career. A lot of us in this situation are here because we chose to be. We're looking for ministry. We're looking to get into this thing that God has called us to, and we're trying to expand. We're trying to do more and eventually get into this spot, the dream spot, of full-time public ministry. Part-time ministry is not a stepping stone, but it is a way to get your licks in. It's a way to do what needs to be done, the experience that you need to gain. And by you sticking around at your church for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years, you look better on a resume than someone that doesn't. Let's just face it. When churches go out shopping for youth pastors or worship leaders or whatever, they're trying to get the best for their money the same way you are. If you go down and buy butter, you're going to try to find the best butter you can find. You're not going to find the elements of butter and make butter yourself. Some of you might, but most of you wouldn't. You would buy butter. And a lot of times we expect the people in the churches to do the same thing, to buy the elements of the butter, but not buy butter themselves. Okay? Sorry. So I want to encourage you guys to stay, and so you can do this for your career, for what God's called you to do, and just do the best you can. Okay? So point number 1 is career. I got ambulance going over now. I got 9% battery life left. So I'm going to get through this quickly. 2 is the kids. Okay, so point 1 is career. Point 2 is kids. Your youth kids need longevity from you. They need time in with you. Okay, if all you're doing is working here until things get hard and then you bug out, or something looks, something shiny over here, you're like, oh, I'm going to go do this instead. It may benefit you. It may save you from some grief, but it doesn't benefit those kids. And ultimately, especially when we're talking about part-time youth ministry, we're there for the people. We're there to be a shepherd for those people, and whether that's youth or worship or pastoral, like speaking, senior pastor type stuff. We're there to shepherd people. And when you bug out for whatever reason, it doesn't help those people. When I was in college, my first year in college, the statistic was like 90% or 89% or something like that of youth pastors don't last more than 6 months. That's ridiculous. So I want to encourage you guys to stay for reason number 2, the kids. Okay, 1, career. 2, kids. Number 3 is experience. Let's face it, you can't gain the type of ministry experience that you're gaining now in any other spot. You can't do it as a volunteer. Maybe you can do some of it as an intern, but if you are the youth person or the worship person or whatever, you're the point person. You're the guy, you're the girl, you're the person that God has put in that spot. You're driving that boat. That is valuable experience. And later on, when you go and apply somewhere, you can put that down on your resume. You can say, hey, I spent 3 years doing part-time here, as well as my education or whatever else you have going on. And you look more appealing than someone that's just done like a 6-month internship or someone that's even done a year-long internship, because they haven't been the guy. They haven't been the person. So you really want to stay in there for that reason, okay? And these tend to overlap. They tend to bleed over. There's a reason. Okay, so number 1 is career. Number 2 is kids. Number 3 is experience. Number 4, notes. Embracing difficulty. Sorry, I couldn't read that. It's in pencil. Let's face it. If you have a great Wednesday night, if you have all kinds of kids and kids get saved and great small groups and awesome worship and the game went perfect, you're not thinking about leaving. You're not. If you have a fabulous relationship with your senior pastor and you get along great with all the parents and your children's directors on your side and this, that, and the other's working, you're not thinking of leaving. We're only thinking of leaving when things get hard. Hey, I've been there. I want to encourage you to embrace difficulty. Okay? This is biblical. You can look it up. Okay? Embrace the difficulty. Embrace the storm that God brings your way, because God wants to use that storm to make you a better minister, to make you a better pastor or better worship leader, a better, youth person, whatever. God wants to use that to mold you and to make you into who He wants you to be. So we can spend our time running from it and think about from Bible. Who else spent their time running from problems or running from things they want to do? Guy's name was Jonah. Guy's name was Jonah. And what happened with him? Swallowed by a whale. Don't be swallowed by a whale. Do what God wants you to do. Okay? Embrace that difficulty. So, point 1, career. Point 2, kids. Point 3, experience. Point 4, embracing difficulty. Point 5, it's your call. If you are at a church doing part-time stuff, that's where God's called you to be. Sure, you could be doing X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, whatever, if God opens those doors, but right now God's called you right there. So be there. Okay? Stay. Stay as long as you feel like God has you there for. Okay? My encouragement to you is that, not that you feel obligated because some guy on YouTube told you that you have to stay, but that you would not just leave your frustrating board meetings or frustrating youth meetings or frustrating staff meetings and just go, I'm going to quit and start looking forward, but that you would pray and that you'd seek out God. Okay? I've got stories. If you want to talk more about this, I don't know how to use the YouTube thing down below, but I think you can leave comments there. Also, you can email me at, check it out, scottyroywood@gmail.com. You can email me any questions or comments or anything like that. If you think I'm full of crud, you can email me that too if that helps you out. But I just want to encourage you guys that there's more reasons to stay where you're at than there is to go. God bless you. I'm sorry I ran longer this week. I'm working on bringing it in. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.